Hey,
All right. Well, hello. Guess what, folks?
That's Country Fair weekend.
It is Country Fair, and I've got a new friend here. Actually, an old friend. I've known Jeff for about 30 years.
30 years.
30 years, and I'm so excited that he came and is going to join as a host. And he's also going to tell you all about Flower Power.
We made sure we had some purple flowers here, Flower Power. But also, I'm going to talk about Wally Slocum Power. Is that all right for a moment?
It is all right, Jeff, but you know what? I'm going to cut you off for a quick second before we talk about Jeff, because I just love cutting you off.
We do that sometimes.
Well, he's from Tennessee and I'm from Georgia, and we both like to talk.
Yeah, but let's not forget you were once my student. When you tried to cut me off in that classroom, that didn't go over so well.
No. In fact, I've still got the bruises.
All right, what you got? It's so important.
Okay, what's I got that's so important is we need to remember to give a big hand for Space Neighbors.
Space
Weren't
Neighbors.
they fantastic?
Yeah.
Space Neighbors. They came all the way out here, did a fantastic show.
Live music from the
Live
Oregon
music.
Country Fair.
Live from Oregon Country Fair. Exactly. They were part of the variety show at the Community Village.
There you go.
And my good buddies Jackie and Brian from Corvallis and their son Julian, Space Neighbors happens to be one of their favorite bands.
Yeah, they came down from Corvallis to enjoy the fair.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Wally?
Wally.
So some of y'all might remember being in this very room. I don't know if you know where we're at. We're in the Wow Hall right now.
Wow.
It's kind of like the Country Fair. Quite often it's kind of like the Country Fair.
It is.
But after our good buddy Wally Slocum passed away, we had a big memorial for him in here. And hanging from all the rafters was a collection of Wally's handkerchiefs. And I was honored to end up with one of his tie-dyed handkerchiefs, which I often wear around my head. So Wally's here, yeah, along with
Wally.
Paxton. And
am I wrong? Or
Yaman Pete is here.
Yaman Pete.
We know it's the Country Fair.
Now, Wally also helped develop the yes, yes, yes signs. Is that
All
correct?
those kind of pinkish yes, yes, yes signs, Wally had those made, indeed. I took him over to the seamstress's house to pick those up many times, and we'd haul them out to the fair.
Well, so this is what I want you all to do out there in the world of the StreamNet. On the count of 3, I want you to say yes, yes, yes. Are you ready? This is for Wally, and this is for all you villagers and all you lovely people out there. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, yes, yes. Yay, Wally.
Yay, Wally.
We're thinking of you. All right. And there's music at the fair, of course, but as you all know, there's lots of crafts at the fair. And what I do at the fair, and have for many, many years, is I participate with the craft inventory crew. Mm-hmm. And as my buddy here, Steve, knows, he's a fruit man. So he's in the community village hanging out with the fruit all day.
That's right.
But I'm with craft inventory, so we keep track of all the crafts that are sold at the fair. And all those wonderful crafters and artists who work so hard year-round to sell their wares at the fair, they're kind of having a hard time this year. But if you go to this site that you're on now, there's one of the links you can go to.
OregonCountryFair.org.
And there's a map, and it has every single booth at the fair in there numbered. You can click on that booth number, and if that artist has a web page, you can go to their web page and check out their wares. But at least you can find out their name and their email if you want to contact them. It's real important to stay in touch with all those artists at the fair.
Indeed it is. And also I just want to remind you too that there's a virtual fair happening right now. You can make yourself an avatar and walk around this virtual fair. It's like an acid trip, man. It's just like, except that it's on the screen.
It is psychedelic. I did it last week and I got totally lost, but that's the fair.
But that's the fair, getting lost at the fair.
If you're good at video games, it doesn't have those joystick things, but it's kind of like that because you have to use your keyboard and you can zoom around and there's the Stonehenge thing. It's pretty trippy.
And also there's going to be there's a virtual midnight show happening, I believe. So at midnight you guys can get on and check out all the really groovy acts.
I bet it's happening before midnight though.
When you can get online and figure it out.
When does the midnight show usually start? Yeah. You try to get your space out there and you hope it's not too cold. Hey, speaking of cold, every year as Country Fair weekend approaches, you start thinking about the weather, right? You guys been thinking about the weather? What a perfect weekend for the fair. Yay, weather.
So I hope you guys are outside naked and running around and, with your cell phones, of course, not 100% naked. You want to be naked with your cell phones while you're enjoying this beautiful weather.
Yeah, I was watching this virtual fair thing, and I saw the Dewey Decimal System and they were broadcasting from the fair, of course. They were in Northern California somewhere.
This is unfair fair.
The unfair, it was the no fair, the no CF, right? Instead of OCF, it's the no CF. But they kept reminiscing about their times at the fair, and they kept saying, oh, it's so great to see all you people out there naked. Well, of course, there was nobody in front of them, but their imagination was running wild.
Right. I mean, there's all sorts of things that I saw out at the fair. There was frogs that didn't have a joke book.
It's a different kind of
It's
fair.
a different fair. I went to the main stage and I heard this beautiful music coming, and I realized they were crickets.
Yeah, boy, the things you can hear when there aren't any people out there.
Did you guys see that T-shirt that had all the or maybe it was a poster that had the mosquitoes with all the question marks above their head?
Poor mosquitoes.
Yeah,
they're
just
suffering
starting
this year.
I think I'm going to say the mosquitoes are on a hunger fast this year for the community village and the country fair.
Wonder if they've moved elsewhere. Well, speaking of music, Steve talked about his radio show. I do one on Thursday nights on KEPW, Eugene Peaceworks Radio. We do a Dylan show and a Deadish show, so I play all kinds of Deadish music. And last Thursday, I played some Allman Brothers from July 9th, some Hot Tuna from July 9th, some Grateful Dead from July 9th. And the Zero, I played 2 Zero songs. One of them was from the Country Fair, July 9th, 1995.
I was there.
Yeah, many of us were there, I'm sure. And I mentioned afterwards that while we were there enjoying Zero at the Country Fair, which to me, I can remember the first time I saw Zero in this very room, I kind of woke up when the show was over and looked around and realized, that's where all the Deadheads are when there's no tour going on. They were in this room.
Yeah, Zero.
And then I thought, it's like Fillmore West or the Fillmore in 1966. The Wow Hall was like that.
Yeah.
But that particular evening, Sunday, July 9th, 1995, when Zero played at the fair, the Grateful Dead were playing in Chicago. And it was the last Grateful Dead show.
Yeah.
So I closed that show Thursday night with the So Many Roads and Black Muddy River from that show. Brought me to tears just playing them, and maybe some of you were listening on Thursday nights.
Well, and I must say that, so we got Peaceworks Radio and KRVM here together. Every now and again, Jeff will come to one of my shows, and we'll do a Garcia show or a Bob Dylan show.
And we'll play music if I can get him to stop talking.
Or John Trudell. So we can say, we don't play much music, but we sure have a lot of fun rapping.
It's like, hey, Steve, that song's almost over. You need to put in another CD.
What is time? Time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like a banana.
Oh, speaking of which.
Oh, here you go.
Hello. Hi, Wavy Gravy. Yep, it's the fair weekend.
It's
Hope you're
Wavy Gravy.
naked. Yeah, radio is fun. And those shows are pretty special because when we do them, we're celebrating Garcia or Dylan or Trudell. And of course, Dylan's still going. Just put out a new album. Pretty
It is.
interesting.
Murder Most Foul is fantastic.
17 minutes of conspiracy theories about Kennedy's murder.
Yep.
And great music. The last half of that song is a litany of songs he's asking Wolfman Jack to play. And he even mentions Dickie Betts and Blue Sky.
All the songs that were relevant and have something to say.
Yeah.
Or all the artists,
Listen and you decide.
Okay. But I do want to say, too, there is also, as we've seen today, we're talking about music. We're both kind of psychonauts here.
We've been in there.
We've been in there and we've been in here quite a bit. And but there's so much great music happening. Like, oh gosh, here in just a few minutes, we're going to hear a really fantastic band called the Muddy Souls.
Yay,
and,
Muddy Souls.
They're gearing up and they're going to bring you some of the best, not just Americana, they're going to up it a level.
And
right?
they've got
this is what you've
stand-up
got to look forward to
bass.
coming up.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. And you can dance in any way you want to dance to this kind of music.
Pretend you're at the country fair on Saturday night. The sweep hasn't come through yet. You're going to hang out as long as you can. And if you're working at the fair, you're going to be there all night long. So stick with us.
And, but stick around also all the way till the end because we do have the sweep. We mentioned this earlier. If you
I
remember,
heard you.
Right?
I was watching. I was at home
Yeah.
then, and I heard Steve talking about the sweep, and I thought, I better get my butt swept down there to the Wow Hall.
No doubt. Well, Tim and Nell, who we saw earlier in the group Steel Wool, are going to come back. They're doing an encore presentation, but this time with brooms.
All right.
To kick everybody out so they can go catch a virtual midnight show. That's going to happen later on tonight, so just stick around. And then there's going to be some fire dancing, hot and dark fire dancing, right on whatever screen you're looking at.
Stay right
So-
where you're at, and it's the country fair. And these guys are about ready.
Yep, yep.
Think we can stop?
Oh, but you know, before these guys come up, I should mention this too because I'm just so excited to see all this group. We have this really fantastic folk goddess. How many goddesses are out there in Community Village? How many goddesses are out there
country
in
fair.
the country fair?
Yeah.
How many goddesses are tuned in to what we're doing right now? Big chef. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, very excited
I'm ready.
about this, Jeff.
Yeah, let's do the goddess thing.
So for the goddesses, on the count of 3 again, I want to say yes, yes, yes. So to all the goddesses out there, 1, 2, 3.
yes, yes, yes.
But not to be sexist, to all the brothers out there as well, yes,
Yes, yes, yes.
And to all the kids and the grandparents and the great-grandparents and the great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandparents who have been coming to the country fairs since 1969.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, yes. All right.
All right, so I do want to tell you about this goddess, though. Her name's Diane Patterson, and she's a world healer and an amazing folk musician. We're going to hear her, and then after her, we're going to hear the Muddy Souls, who we were talking about.
Yeah, I'm looking
So
forward to
that's going
that.
to be really super cool and very exciting. And so Diane Patterson, well worth checking out.
All right.
And so as you guys are checking in with yourself, you can check out Diane Patterson.
Check in, check out.
Right.